What is going on? I want to give a huge shout out to Leah Bad and Say So TV. Check out their YouTube channels and check out the video that I'm responding to. They both made videos recently where they are talking about, is love dead? Is dating and relationships dead? So just to give a link, is love dead in 2023? Why I chose to be single for hopeless romantics. This is on Leah Bad's YouTube channel. And then if you go to Say So TV YouTube channel, the video that I'm actually linking and discussing in this is are gay, bi men single because of this? So both of those videos that I'm responding to are in the description box below. A link to both of their YouTube channels is in the description box below as well. If you are in the LGBTQ plus community, trans community, queer community, gay community, these are two content creators that I follow and support, and I strongly recommend y'all check out their channel and their content and subscribe to their channel. So y'all know me. I'm constantly talking about relationships on this channel and on my other channel, GeoFucks, Site Perspectives. And I couldn't agree more with both of y'all's commentary. Dating, love, relationships, it's a sore spot for a lot of us for various reasons. I do think both of y'all definitely highlighted how, number one, a lot of us grew up looking at, fairy tales, Disney movies, and what, the movies and the soap operas and the books and the media told us love, dating, romance, and relationships was going to be like. And as you get older, you quickly, come to terms with the fact that that's a bunch of hogwash. That's just it. It's a fairy tale. It's not based in reality. So, Disney really sold us this idea that you're just going to meet Prince Charming, Princess Charming, this charming, loving individual, and y'all are just going to run off into the sunset and be together forever until one of you passes away and blah, blah, blah. No, the reality is completely different from that, obviously. And then also, I think an important thing to also bring up is the fact that a lot of these fairy tales are based off of cisgendered heterosexual normativity. So cishet normative, patriarchal, viewpoint on how love and relationships are supposed to be between a cishet man and woman. So a lot of the examples that we have arguably are not for us because we're not cisgendered or we're not heterosexual or we're neither. So a lot of what we're using to base our love on and relationships doesn't really apply to us to begin with. So like, you're talking about two dudes. You're not going to have the same setup as a man and a woman, arguably. Now, it's not to say that you won't have similarities, okay, or commonalities. We do have similar things, but you're not going to have every little thing that a cishet man and woman is going to have. And then cishet people don't even have the fairy tale mess. So let's just be real. So another part that Say So brought up that I could not agree even more is, again, a lot of us in the gay queer community are very superficial, very surface level, very materialistic. So it's like you're not even really looking for a companion, a partnership. You're looking for somebody that looks a certain way, lives a certain lifestyle, has a certain amount of money or power or influence. You're not really looking to see, is this person compatible with my personality? Do they respect me? Are they genuine? Are they loving? Are they compassionate? Are they sensitive? Are they caring? None of that. It's more so you're looking for a meal ticket. You're looking for a come up. I'm sorry, but when you look at a lot of today's dating setups, people are literally getting on here looking for somebody to be their bank. Like, y'all want to be trust fund babies so bad. Like, dead serious. Like, everything is about how much money somebody has. And don't get me wrong, as an adult, I get you want somebody that's financially stable at the very least. But to think that somebody is supposed to pay for your lifestyle at your big ass age, especially, and I'm just going to call a thing. I'm a dude, I'm a guy. So for me, why would I think I'm going to get in a relationship with another man and he's thinking I'm supposed to take care of him like he's some infant? Like, no, that's not what I signed up for. And it's just weird to me how so many of us in the community are literally sitting up here like, well, he better be making six figures. He better be driving a certain vehicle, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the person listing all of these wants that they require in order for them to date or be with somebody, they themselves don't have any of this. So it's really weird to me. Like, y'all be broke as hell, but then y'all sitting up talking about somebody needs to make six figures and you don't even have a job. So like, what are you talking about? Like, and then the superficial piece on the looks, like, don't get me wrong. I get people, you want to date somebody that you're attracted to and that hopefully they're attracted to you too, right? I get that. But it's to the point where y'all just, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of these wants is exactly why so many of us are single, because it's not realistic. Like, y'all are sitting up here kicking people out of the dating pool because they don't have a six-pack, because they're not 6 feet or taller. And it's just like, okay, are you dating somebody off because of their height, or are you dating because you love them, you care about them, y'all got things in common, they're responsible, they're respectful? Like, the reason, in my opinion, some of the reasons for who you're going after is exactly why you keep running into the same types of people who don't like you, who don't respect you, and why these relationships are not going to work. Because they're literally built off of superficial shit and very unstable foundations from the get-go. Another aspect that Say So TV is always hinting to is a lot of us are coming from single parent households, broken families, and a lot of us have never seen healthy relationships displayed to us, which is arguably, it's sad, but it's very true. I mean, your average person, and I'm just being honest, in the African American, Black community, people of color communities, it's a lot of broken families. It's a lot of, you don't even know who your dad is. You never seen him. You never met him. Or if you do know him, he's very flighty. He's essentially a deadbeat who pops up when it's convenient for him. Or it's your mom. She's a deadbeat who pops up when it's convenient for her. You living with your grandparents. You in foster care. You with a different family member. Things of that nature. Or if y'all are in the household, it's a lot of fussing and fighting. It's a lot of people being belittled, verbally assaulted, physically attacked and assaulted. So it's a lot of dysfunction. And it's like, if you never grew up actually seeing a healthy relationship and healthy dynamics between people in the family, it can be potentially difficult for you to get into a healthy relationship as an adult, because unfortunately we are products of our environment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to even sit up and say that that's not true. That definitely plays a role. I know for me personally, I was raised by my grandparents, and my mom was there when she could be there. My dad was a complete deadbeat, so I didn't really have a healthy relationship to base healthy relationships on. A lot of this is me learning about it as I got older, taking the initiative to get into therapy, to heal my own problems and work on my own shit. And I'm just noticing, like, so many of us literally have the same childhoods, and that's sad. But it's still not an excuse to still be acting stupid. I'm just going to be honest. Like, you're too old to still be trying to use your childhood to justify why you're not doing what you need to do at your big ass age. Like, we in our 30s still talking about, fuck hoes, get money. Like, it gets old and it's stupid. And then the out cold part is you're not even getting any money. So what are you talking about? Like, a lot of y'all are broke, dusted, and disgusted, but yet talking about fuck hoes get money. What money? You're not even getting hoes. Like, and then that's just it. We in our 30s. Why are we still talking about stuff that would have been okay in our, as teenagers and young 20s? Not today. We too old, in my opinion, to still have that toxic ass mindset. Like, I'm gonna just call a thing a thing. It's just, you get to a certain age where, to me, you need to grow up. I think another issue that Leah So Bad also is always talking about, check out her videos, her live streams, is dealing with toxic men. Like, again, this not being emotionally intelligent, emotionally available, but then you're sitting up here coming into the situation, lying about who you are as a person and misleading people. Like, y'all be knowing off rip that you're not really looking for anything serious. You know you don't want a committed monogamous relationship or a committed relationship, regardless if it's monogamous or not. You know that's not what you're looking for, but then you come in leading that person on, making it seem like you want something more when you don't. 9 times out of 10, he's only there for sex, and he's not going to keep it real with you. He's gonna give you breadcrumbs and make it seem like he wants more so he can continue to have access to you, so he can continue to have sex. Meanwhile, y'all not going on dates. Y'all not really getting to know each other. Y'all not even talking about, your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, what you're scared of, your triggers, none of that. Y'all just sitting up, laying up, fucking having arguments, falling out, and repeat. And that, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. As I get older, that shit is boring. That is whack. That's not what I'm here for. Like, we are too old to still be doing the same shit. Like, that is so boring and ridiculous. And people also need to acknowledge when you're not trying, because that's a whole nother thing. People always want to talk about, oh, well, how is somebody going to know what you need if you don't speak up and talk about it or let them know that this is what you need? Child, you can talk to your blue in the face. If the other person doesn't care and doesn't want to take the initiative to do better, it doesn't matter. You're going to have the same issues, because a lot of us have talked to these people numerous times, letting them know what we need, how we feel. And guess what? It's falling to deaf ears. And I should say something else. I'm not trying to be ableist. I apologize. We can talk all day, but if that person doesn't care, it's not going to happen. Because, like, I've definitely wasted time telling somebody over and over that this is what I need, this is what I require. And unfortunately, a lot of times it takes you distancing yourself from them, not talking to them, pulling back, or completely leaving them in the dust. And unfortunately, that's when a lot of these toxic types, because to me it's toxic, and I'm going to tell you why. It's toxic because it shouldn't have to take somebody leaving your ass for you to wake up and realize, oh, they serious, I need to treat them better. And then a lot of times y'all only treat the person better for a moment of time because they're leaving you or they stop talking to you. And if you're only going to treat them right just to get them back in, just so it could go right back to how it was, that's manipulation. And it's like, leave people alone if you can't meet them halfway. And I feel like a lot of dudes, that's the problem. Like, y'all only are interested in sex. And the out cold part is there's people who are just like you, but that's just it. Y'all don't never talk to people who match what you want. Y'all go to people knowing that they are wanting something deeper and real, but then you sit up and play with their time, energy, money, resources, and their emotions. And then when they flip out on your ass, rightfully so, then you want to sit up and act like you're the victim and you're just this helpless damsel in distress, when no, you sat up here and played mind games, manipulated, gaslighted, used them, and treated them like shit, and now they're cussing your ass out, rightfully so. Like, I know a lot of us can relate to that, unfortunately. It's ridiculous. A lot of these dudes are not emotionally mature. Okay, they still sitting up here doing silent treatments, and I'm not going to talk to you because I don't talk about my feelings. And it's like, okay, this is toxic and immature. Like, you're too old. Okay, like people are 30 plus. It's time for all of us to mature and get it the fuck together. There's just no other way to put it. I think another aspect to this is also DL culture. Like, if a person is not secure in their own sexuality, they're not going to be able to be in a relationship, arguably. If that person is still running around trying to appease mommy and daddy, their friends, and society, you're going to always be, you know, a closeted, behind the scenes secret. And that's why a lot of DL dudes, all they can do is hit you up on Grindr and Jack talking about you trying to link up or you looking. Like, because there's nothing coming from that. And arguably, a lot of these discreet dudes might as well be DL light because they be on the same shit. At least in my lived experiences, they be on the same shit. And I'm just not interested in, you know, low effort, ain't about shit ass situations as I get older. Like, I require more, I deserve more, I provide more to people. So like, come on, match my energy or get out of my face. That's really my mood going into 2024. Match my energy or get out of my face. Because it's ridiculous. And I cannot stress this enough, especially like dating within the LGBTQ plus community, especially if you're attracted to men. You need to be dating multiple people. Stop putting all your eggs in one basket. Like, I'm telling that to myself as well, because a lot of times he has already shown you that he can't meet your needs. And like, we stay be going back and forth or going through that cycle. You know, you leave, you take a break. So he finally is like, oh my God, they're really not talking to me. Let me at. And then y'all go right back to what y'all were doing. So no, this is why you need to be dating other people. If you see that he can't meet you halfway, he's not willing to take those initiatives, you can acknowledge it and recognize that you might need to leave him completely alone or put him in the category that he wants to be in, which is the sex category. And if that's all he's going to be providing and you're okay with that, you consent to that, recognize that you're not going on dates with him because he can't do that. You're not building, you know, towards a relationship, a partnership with him because he's not willing to meet you halfway or willing to do that with you. But if you want the good sex and that's what he's providing and you're okay with it, then he's your sneaky link. He's the one that you hit up at 11 o'clock at night. But when it comes to planning dates and doing stuff, talk to somebody else for that. Okay? I'm starting to really just embrace that, unfortunately, because some people, it is what it is. You're going to have the same convo over and over again. It's going to get tiring. I'm here to tell you, it's going to get tiring. When there's people out here that's already ready to do what you're looking for. And I'm also going to say this. A lot of people need to also look at the fact that you're being fetishized, you're being sexualized, and that's another reason why a lot of us, especially in the trans community, we keep getting put into the sneaky link category because people are only viewing us as sexual objects. They're not viewing us as human beings that actually have feelings, that want love, that want support. And also date other trans people if you are trans. I cannot stress this enough. You need to stop only focusing on cisgendered people because arguably cis people are transphobic as hell. It is what it is. They will come up with every single reason in the book not to want to be seen in public with you, not to want to date you, not to want to be in a real relationship with you. But then when it's 2 o'clock in the morning, they in your damn DM trying to get some booty. Okay? Because they don't view you as a human being. I'm just going to be real. A lot of times we are fetishized and sexualized. Now, keep in mind, there are trans people who have the same toxic ass mindset. They're transphobic and they're trans. Internalized transphobia is a real thing, y'all. Just like internalized homophobia, internalized biphobia, internalized queerphobia. People be hating themselves and then yet be a part of the very same group that they're hating. Like, I'm telling you, it's something to think about. Because I know trans people who will literally sit up and say, well, I don't date trans people even though they're trans. Child, it's no different than black folks talking about they don't date black people even though they black. Again, they're out here, okay? You'd be surprised. Another thing to me is a lot of times you need to be willing to come out of your comfort zone and date out of your preference. Because a lot of people use that, oh, these are my preferences, yet none of your preferences want to be with you. So maybe you need to consider changing your preferences or dating outside of your preferences. Because it's really odd to me how everybody has preferences, yet none of you are with your preferences. Okay. Another thing I'm also learning is we need to start dating people who actually like us. Like, as crazy as that sounds, it seems like a lot of us, we don't be dating people that actually like us. We be dating people who basically we are not their cup of tea. We're not their preference, or they're insecure, or they think they can get better. So they're using us as a placeholder until they can get with the person that they actually want to be with. And my thing is, you can almost tell, like, as you get older, the signs be in your face. You can almost tell that the person don't really like you, because a person that likes you is going to want to do things that you like, for the most part, within reason. You might have to compromise here and there, which compromise is healthy in an actual relationship. You're not going to always get your way, but you can kind of tell they don't really like you like that, because, again, why wouldn't I want to go on a date with you if I like you? You know, and then why am I always going out of my way to bring you down or say something condescending or ruin your mood? Like, that's somebody that don't really like you. And a lot of us got to start, like, deciphering that, because as I get older, I'm learning for myself. I'm 31. As I've grown and matured, I'm realizing more and more for myself, oh, well, he don't really like me like that, because there's no way in hell you like me and you treat me like this. And a lot of people need to start seeing it, especially looking at that Simon Biles situation. Like, again, why are y'all always trying to humble the people, or the person or the people that you're dating? Like, what are y'all getting out of trying to humble people? Outside of the fact that you think you're better than them, you're looking down on them, and you don't really like them. I mean, it's just time for people to just keep it real, like, for real. And especially for women, in my opinion, trans people, in my opinion, feminine men, in my opinion, bottoms, in my opinion, we need to really kind of just not face reality, but we need to start hyping ourselves up and recognizing our own worth, because we be sitting around dealing with these dudes that really don't like us. Okay. We really do. And we be putting them on pedestals, and for what? They do not have you on a pedestal. Again, energy either needs to be matched, or the minute you see that your energy is not being appreciated and supported, you need to leave his dust bucket ass alone. Okay? Or treat him the way he's treating you. And that's just keeping it a buck, because we're getting way too old, y'all. But anyways, I just wanted to put my little 2 cents on that. This will be going up on both of my channels, Psych Perspectives and GeoFucks. I'm definitely going to be making content, continuing to make content. I want to get more polished, if you will, more professional with my videos, like have a background, actually have the camera set up correctly, have guests on here, do live streams, different topics, get back into having an intro. I used to have an intro on my videos, but then I just kind of fell off. So I actually want to pay somebody to make an intro for me for both channels. I need an intro for Psych Perspectives. I need an intro for GeoFucks channel. So if you know somebody or you're interested in doing that, I do want to pay somebody. Okay, like Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay, Google Pay. You know what I'm saying? I want to pay somebody for their labor and skills to make 2 video introductions for Psych Perspectives and GeoFucks YouTube channel. So if you know somebody or you are that somebody, let me know in the comment box below. But yeah, Yeah, and also, can we get back to just being like genuinely happy with ourselves before we get into a relationship or try to date? That's another thing I realized. Like a lot of times we be bringing that negative energy because that's how we feel. Like seriously, and I don't want to do that anymore to myself, let alone to somebody else. So anyways, let me know what y'all think. Check out their YouTube channels. Check out the videos that I'm responding to as well. Links are in the description box below. And I'm out.